am the Irish guy, and right, so you see my Champions League predictions, where I'm going to be redeemed, and by Christmas, will rightly be held up as an absolute wizard of the internet. Some of you wanted me to do my Europa League predictions. Some of you wanted me to wear shepherd's pie as a hat. Okay, I'll do that next week. But going then for the West Ham and Liverpool fans in the comments, and the one or two Brighton hipsters, let's see if I can predict the groups. Right, let's go. Group A, fourth, Bakatopola. What on earth are Bakatopola? I'm not gonna lie, they sound like a brand of ice cream for kittens. They sound a bit like something your doctor might recommend when you show them an ugly rash on your back. Apparently they're a tiny Serbian team who play in a 4,500-seater stadium. It's a smaller ground than Sutton's. You know, the pub team used to employ that monster goalkeeper to eat pies on the bench. You just know this team, who have an almost all Serbian squad, are going to be eaten like a raw potato. This isn't the football club who knows what it's like to experience a European night. No, they probably usually spend their Thursday nights hosting bingo evenings in the club car park. So I'm sorry, you're going to be absolutely chewed apart like a wet steak. I mean, West Ham in particular are going to beat them 7-0. Yes! 7-0 before the manager begs David Moyes for a selfie in the tunnel. Third, Freiburg. Look, I know that Freiburg are going to be one of the favourites to qualify from this group, having finished 5th in the Bundesliga, but I'm sorry. Excuse me if I don't buy the hype. They have been managed by Christian Streich since 2011. How boring can you get? Not only that, but before that, he was managing Freiburg under 19s since 1995. This is a man who has been coaching at Freiburg since Space Jam was in cinema. Is he not incredibly bored and tired? Is he not growing moldier than a banana stuffed under the bed? This is a team who've had a horrible start to the Bundesliga season 2. They've conceded a combined 9 goals in the last 2 games against Stuttgart and Borussia Dortmund. Right now, Freiburg smell like a rotting pigeon. This is going to be third and out. Second, Olympiacos. Olympiacos, by contrast, have a wealth of European experience, and this Greek giant actually have a semi-decent squad with ex-Premier League talent like Omar Vichers at left back, Stefan Jovetic up front, but I'm sorry, taking advantage of the Wolves' fire sale to tempt a 27-year-old Daniel Podence back to the club on loan. I've always thought what a stupidly talented Portuguese playmaker this guy is, so the fact he's now back in Greek football, he's probably the club's most exciting signing since Rivaldo. And trust me, he's going to be the player of the group. He is going to absolutely dazzle the opposition, probably stick a hat-trick past the Serbian milkmen, bang in a last-minute winner versus West Ham, causing many a Wolves fan back home to weep into their pie. Honestly, solely down to Podence's ability, Olympiacos are going through. First, West Ham. Without a shadow of a doubt, West Ham are walking this group. I'm sorry, but they've got the most expensive squad in the group. They have the best manager in the group. They have the most spectacular stadium in the group. Obviously, West Ham are topping this thing. And if they don't, I'll chuck a glass of orange juice in my face. Group B, 4th, AEK Athens. Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that AEK Athens is an absolutely pudding European club who belong rotting at the foot of every table. No, I don't want to have the ghost of Hercules spitting at me while I sleep, but this is a tough group. Trust me, it is. I know they've got some talent in their squad, but their defense looks older than the people in the crowd at a Spice Girls reunion gig. And the likes of Gibros Sidibe, Domagoj Vida, I mean, the latter looks like a legit orc from The Hobbit. Sorry, AEK, but rock bottom and out, having lost every single match. 0 points. Ouch. Third, Ajax. Lads, this is such a spicy Europa League group. It really is, but I'm sorry, Ajax. You are going to crash out. I know, I've awoken the beast. Right now, there's probably a bunch of indignant Dutch fans exploding in the comment section. But I'm sorry, don't think we've all just forgotten that you utterly vomited all over your shoes in the Champions League last year. I mean, sure, you bullied Rangers home and away, but you also conceded 15 goals in the other 4 games. For a club who were seconds away from reaching a Champions League final just 3 years earlier, then to lose 6-1 at home to Napoli was absolute garbage pie. And this time out, you've lost key players like Calvin Bassi, Julian Timber, Dusan Tadic, Edson Alvarez, Mohamed Darami, David Klaassen, and Mohamed Kudus. It's the transfer window from hell. And who have you really bought? Spending £13 million on Chuba Akpom, a striker from Middlesbrough. By the way, he's going to be an absolute flop sandwich, reverting back to being that pitiful 4-goal-a-season striker he was at every other club. Sorry, Ajax, but you're currently 12th in the Eredivisie, and you're managed by a guy whose literal name is Maurice. He sounds like he should be teaching a knitting course. Second, Marseille. Look, Marseille have a wildcard coach right now. Marcelino is the epitome of a managerial journeyman. He's had 12 different jobs. He's been living out of a suitcase for the last 20 years. His poor children probably decided to make friends with the teddy bear. But I like this Marseille squad. They've completely revamped their attack. I think a partnership of ex-Sheffield United forward Iliman Ndiaye and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, that is tasty. And by the way, Aubameyang is going to win this tournament's Golden Boot. Everyone is writing him off. But just like when another Chelsea flop, Fernando Torres, was treated as a footballing joke back in 2012, don't forget, during his 1 Europa League season at Stamford Bridge, he actually wound up on 22 goals. I'm sorry, but Marseille have more quality in their squad than Ajax. They're going through. First, Brighton. Many of you probably thought that I would tip Brighton to splutter and fail in their first ever European outing, but no. The magic of Roberto De Zerbi is going to tear this group apart. He's like a mini Gandalf. I mean, Gandalf who needs help reaching the Cocoa Pops on the top shelf of Tesco. But come on, look at Brighton's squad. Even adding a £1 billion release clause star boy like Ansu Fati. Oh wow! Easy. First, Group C, fourth, Aris Limassol. Aris Limassol. Sounds like a brand of toothpaste that tastes like squirrel vomit. By now, they're a tiny club from a village in Cyprus. To put it in context just how poor their squad is, they have an English midfielder called Morgan Brown. Yeah. They signed him from Stratford Town. They're going to be absolutely ripped apart. Third, Sparta Prague. Look, Sparta Prague fans probably think that they can get out of this group. They're an historically tough European team. But again, it's a mostly Czech squad with only a sprinkling of foreign talent like Nigerian forward Victor Olatunji, who's probably a cousin of KSI. I mean, if he's got the same level of sporting delusion, then he's probably backing himself to win a World Cup Golden Boot. But yeah, sorry Sparta, you'll give it a go, but you'll just finish short. Second, Rangers. Look, right now Rangers are in a bit of a crisis. Ever since the Europa League final, which they nearly won, they've been a bit of an embarrassment in European competition. They've been spanked by 4 goals against 2 different Dutch teams. Right now, Michael Beale is inching towards the sack, which makes his decision to turn down Wolves a year ago when he was QPR boss look about as clever as throwing ice cream at the king. Yeah, I mean, you'll be spending that night in the cell. This won't be pretty. It will be a massively tense scrap with Sparta Prague, and they will probably lose their final game 5-0 in Spain. I don't even think Beale will see out this group. By the end, they'll probably be managed by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who right now is whining in the media, probably still offended at being offered the Norway women's job. First, Real Betis. Easy, so very easy. Manuel Pellegrini probably can't believe his luck. The man is currently so old, he probably has to remind everyone that no, he's not a walking skeleton, and yet he's been handed such an easy Europa League group. They have the experience in the squad, like Claudio Bravo, Hector Bellerin, Nabil Fekir, Andres Guardado, William Carvalho, Ayotte Perez, and Isco. They're going to win every single match. So easy. Group D, fourth, Rakał Częstochowa. Yeah. Rakał Częstochowa are a club from Poland with a 5,000-seater stadium. They have a manager who doesn't even have a Wikipedia page, and they have an absolutely anonymous squad. If they don't finish bottom of the group, I'll rub mud and sand in my hair. Third, Sturm Graz. Again, no. Little Sturm Graz from Austria. No chance of qualifying. Third. Second, Atalanta. Look, Atalanta are a quality team, and this will be a close battle between first and second. There is such a huge gap in quality between the top 2 teams in this group and the bottom 2. Honestly, Atalanta and Sporting Lisbon are like the 2 rich fat cats smoking cigars and drinking wine on a balcony above 2 actual gremlins rummaging through the bins for their lunch. Atalanta already had an impressive squad, and now they brought Gianluca Scamacca back to Italy, who's probably going to catch fire and be a goal machine again. He clearly wasn't happy at West Ham. No longer will he have to pretend to laugh at jackbait jokes on the internet. He's probably going to wind up being a goal machine in Italy once again after, yeah, stinking up West Ham like a pooey sausage roll. So yeah, second. First, Sporting Lisbon. Look, I rate Ruben Amorim as a coach, and last season they were quite a handful in Europe. They so nearly crawled out of their Champions League group, then chose to knock out FC Midtjylland and Arsenal in the Europa League, so very nearly squeaked past Juventus in the quarterfinals. So yeah, they should have no problem in this group. I mean, they've got talent like Pedro Goncalves, Hidimosa Morita, Marcus Edwards, Victor Gokores, Morten Humland, and even Francisco Trincao signed permanently from Barcelona. I reckon they'll blow the competition out of the water. Top. Group E, fourth, LASK. LASK. Some random team from Austria. A club which sounds a bit like a phone company. Easy. Bottom. Third, Toulouse. Look, as a club in one of Europe's top 5 leagues, Toulouse supporters will probably be offended, but I've tipped them to finish third, especially when their president, Damien Camoli, who used to work at Arsenal, Tottenham, and Liverpool. I mean, this proud businessman would probably choke in his Fanta Orange if I told him that his club would finish third. But I reckon this French team, the squad just isn't good enough, and here's why they won't get second. Second, Union Saint-Gilloise. How does Tony Bloom have 2 clubs in the same competition? How is this allowed that Brighton's actual sister club are also competing in the same tournament? I mean, what happens if they face each other in the next round? Bloom would probably feel so conflicted, as if he's watching his children fight to the death. But listen, everything Tony B touches turns to gold right now. So I think Gilloise, a club probably centered around Brighton's philosophy, I think they will pull off a shock. Second, I mean, the low-key superstars that Brighton find from abroad and then filter into their 11, they usually get sent out on a trial to Belgium first, like Karo Matoma. So make no mistake about it, there will be some hidden gems in this Gilloise team, future Brighton stars. So yeah, I'd be silly not to say second. First, Liverpool. Think how proud the McAllisters will be right now. We all know that the World Cup winner Alexis McAllister plays for Liverpool, while his brother Kevin is a defender for Union Saint-Gilloise. They're going to share the same pitch. Yes, Kevin McAllister. Wow, was he literally named after that annoying kid of Home Alone? But honestly, I'm gonna say it. I know Christmas is around the corner, but I hate Home Alone.
Oh, I think the burglar spiders are coming up the stairs.
Nah, it was just cruel. Like a PG version of Saw. Was I the only one who thought that little brat belonged in a mental hospital? But as for Liverpool, they'll win every match. This is almost unfair, putting these pudding sandwich teams up against the red squad, which is Champions League worthy. Nah, it's like watching a kangaroo trying to outrun a horse on steroids. Liverpool will win every match. Group F, 4th, Maccabi Haifa. Bottom, next, 3rd, Panathinaikos. 2nd bottom? This group is so predictable. 2nd Ren. This table absolutely picks itself. This is the most obvious group in the entire list. 1st, Villarreal. Again, such an obvious group. Villarreal are absolutely winning this thing. I know they've lost a bunch of key players like Nicholas Jackson, Pau Torres, Samuel Chukwueze, and Arnaud Danjuma. In many ways, it's a transfer window that does smell of a blocked toilet. But still, they will have enough to win this group. Group G, 4th, Servette. Some little club from Switzerland. Honestly, they just sound like something used to clean your mouth at dinner time, just to wipe Nutella off your cheek. Easy. Bottom. 3rd, Slavia Prague. Yeah, I am tipping both clubs from Prague to crash out in 3rd, when both teams may expect to go through. So no, I realize I'm not welcome in Czech Republic anytime soon, but there is no way Slavia will qualify. They don't have enough quality. 2nd, Sheriff Tiraspol. I know it's borderline mental to back a team from Moldova here, but no, do not sleep on Sheriff Tiraspol. Not again. I know they were mostly wet garbage in this competition a year ago, but before that, sorry, they beat Real Madrid in the Champions League in their back garden. There is still enough magic about this club on European night to guide them through what is a much easier group than the one they were in last year. So yeah, 2nd, 1st, Roma. Jose Mourinho is going to cook in this competition. Again, and is that what the children say? Cook, as if they're on the set of Breaking Bad. Lads, Roma are winning this competition. They're going to be absolutely fire this season. They just beat Empoli 7-0. Yes, 7. Paulo Dybala and Romelu Lukaku is going to be one of the most fearsome partnerships in world football. Honestly, I could go through their entire squad. Renato Sanchez, he was once voted the golden boy. This Roma squad is unbelievable. And pair that with one of the greatest managers in the history of time, even going back to Viking age, Mourinho. I'm sorry, but if Roma do not reach another European final this season, I will do an entire video moaning about Mourinho and how he's now too old. But he's not. I promise you he's not. He's every bit as good as he always was. And you're going to see that this season. Roma and the Europa League are going to be amazing. Group H, 4th, Häcken. Last, next, 3rd, Molde. Yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's former club from Norway. But yeah, 3rd, I suppose. 2nd, Karabag. Look, I know virtually nothing about Karabag from the Azerbaijan League, but looking at their squad, they've got some flair talent from France and Brazil. I mean, they got someone called Juninho stuffed up front, so I'm guessing they might squeak 2nd, but who knows? 1st, Bayer Leverkusen. Xabi Alonso is the next managerial superstar. Make no mistake about it, this Bayer Leverkusen squad is going to be one of the favorites for the trophy. So given such an easy group like this, of course they're going to win it. I mean, they brought in the likes of Granit Xhaka, an absolute leader from the Arsenal midfield. They've also signed Victor Bodyface, an up-and-coming Nigerian goal machine from Union Saint-Gilloise. He's already got 4 goals in his first 3 games for Leverkusen, but again, I'm very confused why Brighton didn't sign him. I suppose because they got Evan Ferguson, but wouldn't he be in the perfect replacement for Danny Welbeck? Very strange, but they've also added Nathan Taya from Southampton for over £20 million. Someone who absolutely ripped the championship apart with Burnley last season. Sure, he is a massive downgrade on Moussa Diaby, who's since been sold to Aston Villa, but still, there's enough quality in this Leverkusen squad. Easy 1st. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what do you think. Let me know what are your Europa League predictions. Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give a like. So as always, I'll talk to you in a while.